staggering numbers here that we're going to share with you throughout this next hour. It's amazing when you think about taking vitamins and you think about maybe the lack that people sometimes do. And I will be the first one to admit that I never took a vitamin until somewhat recently. Like I didn't know the benefits of them. And we had this amazing vendors summit here where a lot of our vendors came to QVC, and I got to meet the Gundry MD team. And I took one of these home. And ever since, every single day, the way that I start my morning is by taking my Mighty Reds. And I love the way that they taste. I love everything that's inside of them. And we're gonna dive into this over the next hour, but here's what you need to know up front. You are getting not one, but 2 of these at home. That is a 120-day supply, or a total of 240 different gummies that we are sending your way. It comes to just 96 cents a serving. This should be $132, but we have reduced the price down on sale to $114.98. You are paying a reduced shipping and handling on top of that as well. And you're saving $17 in the process, plus the extra savings from that reduced shipping and handling. It's an easy payment of $28.75. If you were to purchase this separately, and you were to go out at retail, you would find the comparable retail value to be $185.80. So when you do look at this compared to retail, our price today is $70 less than that. We're talking about huge savings. We're talking about something that maybe is the way you've had the goal of really, putting the focus on you in 2025, and this is certainly a fantastic place to start. If you are somebody who has used this in the past, we would love to hear from you. Our testimonial line is open. The number for that is 1-800-600-1556. That testimonial line again is 1-800-600-1556. To call in, tell us what it is that you like about Gundry MD, maybe how long you've been using this for. We would love to hear from your experience. So please do go ahead and pick up the phone. We're going to welcome in Edna Valentino from the Gundry team, who is here with us. She's a former personal trainer and fitness competitor as well.
Yes.
I am very impressed with that.
Yes.
So you know a thing or two when it comes to Gundry MD and the benefits that they give us.
Yes, absolutely. So nice to be with you.
This is our first show together. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
So let's go back to that, because I met you for the first time at the summit here that we had, where a lot of vendors came in and we got to, as hosts, go in and meet the team. And you told me all about this, and I couldn't believe what was in I'm going to literally just put like one of these gummies out here. Everything that's in there. Can we go through that? Because it was mind-blowing.
I have to tell you, I've been following Dr. Gundry for a really long time. I'm surprised at everything that's in the gummy. So Dr. Gundry is a cardiothoracic surgeon that's been around for over 40 years in the medical field. He does a lot of research. He's an author. He has a new book coming out. And he understands that polyphenols, which are kind of a protective mechanism, antioxidants, in fact, in the plants are healthy for humans too. And what he did was he took 10 specific ones. He extracted all the good stuff, left all the sugar out of it, and said, if we can do this in a gummy, will most people be a little bit healthier? You're putting a little deposit into your health just by starting with the gummies, right?
And it's something that you can do every single day.
Every day.
A single serving is 2 gummies.
2 gummies, yes.
And in those 2 gummies, when it comes to the vitamin D, there's 200% of the recommended daily intake.
Yes.
Just in that alone.
Vitamin D is really a big deal. And sometimes I think there's 65% of US adults that are vitamin D insufficient, right? So we have these deficiencies. Dr. Gundry says his office in Southern California, he has 80% of his patients are D deficient. They live in California where there's the bright sunshine, and they're not getting enough of the vitamin D. And here we are in Pennsylvania, right? The sun's shining bright today, but we have winter coats on because it's cold, there's snow out. Everybody in the United States especially, we have the deficiencies. And part of it is that the quality of our food is not what it used to be 50 years ago. So he puts 200% of the recommended daily allowance inside every single serving. So you know you're getting a little bit more vitamin D every day.
I mean, it is so tasty.
Yes.
The flavor profile in here is a berry profile.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that there was no added sugars to this.
Yes.
Because it is so sweet, and it kind of masks the fact that you're taking a gummy. I tried a lot of different ones before in the past. Like I've tried other gummies. This is the first one that I really like just went with and used consistently. But it's because it tastes so good. I look forward to it when I wake up. It's my little snack.
Treat,
Yeah,
right?
I feel like I'm cheating eating like a gummy in the morning, but no, it's delicious. It's so good. And yet we have so many ingredients that are in here.
Yes, so you have those 10 fruits and vegetables. To speak to the sweetness, there are gummies out there that sometimes they have good things in them and a lot of sugar to make them sweet because they want you to take it, right?
Okay.
But Dr. Gundry understood that a prebiotic fiber called inulin is also sweet. So what if we put a prebiotic fiber, which 90% of adults in the United States are deficient in fiber. We don't eat enough fiber. There's 2 grams in here with that inulin fiber, adds a little bit of sweetness in there. So you're kind of doing a little bit of a treat. If I start eating these now, I'm going to be eating them all day long because they are so good. They're so tasty.
So let's actually talk about that because I am standing here and it is taking everything in me right now not to grab them and put them in my mouth because they are so good. I took 2 this morning.
Okay.
Can I have a few more? Like how many can I eat in a single day?
The serving size is 2.
Okay, the serving
but
size
if you're
is 2.
going to eat more because you love it so much, this is why you want a 4-month supply.
Exactly. It is so tasty. And when you think about those numbers that we had, you saw a few of them on the screen, like the ones where 90% of US adults don't get the minimum veggies that are needed each day. I don't think that I'm necessarily embarrassed to say it because that number does make me feel like I am in good company with other people. But then it also makes us realize, like, no, we do. I think about the veggies that are in my fridge right now in this moment. I have broccoli that I picked up at the grocery store. We went on Monday, I think it was.
Okay.
The broccoli has been sitting there since. It's now Friday. Haven't used it yet. Now we have a plan to steam it tonight. We're having chicken sausage with peppers and onions, and we have the plan of steaming the broccoli and using it. But that broccoli's been sitting in that fridge for a week. When I think about if I was to go out and have this huge mountain of fruits and veggies in my fridge, number 1, what is it going to cost? And then number 2, just even the maintenance of that, where maybe you're only having half of an apple and then you let it go a few days and then it's gone and I throw it in the trash. There's this whole, I feel like it's a full-time job of just simply like, and in our house, I'm the one that maintains the fridge. I feel like Nick just kind of lets it sit, or at least I'm the one that's always, I let it, I'm like, there's a little moldy spot, let's get away. He's like, cut it off. I throw the whole thing away.
Right.
But either way, it's difficult to be able to have all of that fresh fruit and veggies, which is probably why these numbers are, I feel like, maybe so staggering.
Right.
And yet they do exist. And we know that by turning to something like this, by being able to have this supplement that helps to give us that vitamin D, that's going to have the 2 grams of prebiotic fiber in it. These are vegan as well. There's so much good that we are going to put in our body with this.
There's only good in this, really. I mean, you've got the 10 fruits and vegetables. Like you said, you bring up such a great point about the quality of our food because our soil has gotten depleted from all of the nutrients. Sometimes you go buy the good stuff and you're not really getting all those vitamins and minerals, right? And polyphenols, that's a word that not everybody knows about, is really, it's in the plant and it's really like armor. I call it like armor. It's the protective mechanism that the plant protects itself from all of the assaults onto the plant, right? So if we ingest that through fruits and vegetables that are beautifully colored, now our cells are also protected and we have those antioxidant benefits.
Right. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the ginger root, for example.
That's ginger, right.
I love ginger. Like, I love
you?
ginger.
Yeah.
However, sometimes it's a little bit too spicy to
Right.
me. Looking at this plate, and I have been eating these, I don't remember when exactly the vendor summit was, but I mean, literally every day since then I have had this.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll just have my 3rd one of the day. How about now? I know the ginger's there.
Yes.
There's not that spiciness.
Right.
It's masked so well.
Yes, and here's something else as you talk about that. Look at these beautiful colors, right? So when you're talking about gummies, I don't understand why we put fake dyes and chemicals in our food to color them. They are this color because of the fruits and vegetables. And look here, what do I have down here? Beets. You know what they do when you touch these? They'll stain your hands.
Oh, yeah.
They stain them so terribly, right? There's pomegranates in here too. These are actual fruits that are happening inside these gummies every day. How much would even just this plate cost, right? Of fruits and the ginger in there. So Dr. Gundry has done all of the guesswork. He has studied these plants and said these are the 10 best rich antioxidant with the plants with the polyphenols in it. And we need to help each other be able to make deposits into our health on a daily basis in an easy way.
And this is the way that you do it. And we've made it easy here for you because we've reduced the price from $132 down to $114.98. We reduced the shipping and handling a little bit as well to help make it even more attainable. If you purchase this separately, you would be paying $185.80. Not here. $114.98 and an easy payment of $28.75. You have a 4-month supply that you see in front of you. That's between these two different jars. And I'm also looking at those easy payments. And you know what I'm thinking to that as well? You're simply just paying as you go almost is a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Because that 4-month supply, $28.75 a month. It comes down to just 96 cents a serving. That is it. For you to be able to go ahead and give yourself the vitamins that are inside of here, to give yourself that supplement that we have actually like a couple numbers. I think it's like 10 glasses of milk, right?
Yeah, 13.
13. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
13 glasses of milk to be able to get the same, and I just want to make sure I have
vitamin D.
The same vitamin
amount.
D.
Yes, exactly.
I don't drink milk. I never
don't
have,
either.
ever
Yeah.
since a baby. And so I am somebody that just, I've never drank milk my entire life. The fact that this gives so much vitamin D of that equivalency, you know, how much money would it cost to have that much milk in it?
Right.
Well, you don't have to worry because this is going to have that equivalency to it.
Well, Dr. Gundry would tell you good job because he doesn't want you to drink milk. He says you're not a baby cow, so don't worry about it. But he also understands as a heart surgeon, it supports cardiovascular health. It supports the immune system. Vitamin D always goes with calcium absorption and bone health, right? I think as kids, we always learn, have vitamin D for your bones, but there's way more after all of the years of study on vitamin D. It is huge for your immune system. It is huge for cardiovascular health. So there's way more to vitamin D than I think even we used to think that it was. It's big, and you get 200% of the recommended daily allowance in every single serving. So every day, you've checked off the vitamin D box.
Well,
right?
look, this is available on auto delivery as well, too. So you can enroll into that auto delivery plan where if you decide to do that, you are going to have this delivered to your door for a total of 3 shipments. So it's every 4 months. For a total of 3 shipments, you can lock in this price, and that is what we are going to then be able to send it to you. You can choose to opt out of that at any time. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. I think it's a wise decision because I will tell you, I am about halfway through my first bottle, and I'm already like, oh my gosh, when's the next one coming? I need to get this. I need to order this now because you enjoy it so much every day because of the taste, but then when you know the benefits of it as well, you realize like that's what's keeping you going. I would love though to talk to you if you've given this a try before. We have had over 140,000 of these bottles sold at QVC, and if you are one of those people that have done it, go ahead and pick up the phone and just give us a call to let us know what your experience was. The phone number is 1-800-600-1556. Let us know what you think. Let us know how this has been maybe something that's been a part of your daily routine. Let us know what you feel about the taste. We would love the chance to talk to you about this because by you doing that, I do think that you're going to help other people. I could sit here and talk to you about my personal experience all day long, but it's from viewers like you where we would love to hear your experience. So go ahead and pick up the phone for that testimonial, 1-800-600-1556. That's the phone number to call. Let's start off on let's go into why this was created.
Yes, well, Dr. Gundry's patients, he still sees patients 6 days a week.
Does he really?
He does.
I didn't realize that he still has an operating practice like that.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Wow.
He left from the Today's Special Value last week, and he flew home and worked the next day.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he's still seeing patients, and what he was seeing was so many results in different ways. So he said to me, because I got to meet him for the first time last week here at QVC.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was fun. I was sitting in the green room kind of picking his brain, and, you know, I said, how do you really do this with your patients? He said, food and supplements. We cannot do everything with food. And Justin, I'll be really honest. Yeah. When I was a personal trainer, I used to tell my clients, you can do everything with diet and exercise. Forget all of the other extra stuff and supplements and all the things.
Yeah.
And now we really just can't. There's plenty of evidence that's telling us our food nutrients are depleted, our food is not the same as it used to be, we're not as healthy because of all the different toxins in the environment. So we need to supplement the things that we're lacking with things like 2 simple gummies that are going to be able to put a deposit of that vitamin D into your body, the 10 polyphenols. I mean, blueberries, we know blueberries are great.